And welcome back. Bina, it happens to be a place near Treviso, a very picturesque small town. I think it was in Emilia-Romagna or Lombardia. Don't remember. Emilia-Romagna. A scandal. How it was discovered, I think, was by journalists, investigative journalists. Probably some of them tipped off. A whole series of children who ended up in foster care based on the false claims of social workers and people work for the social services, co-workers, and that's so. Because you may ask yourself, how come? Because whoever has to deal with these cases, they get co-respective money from that region. It's all a money-making business. Why keep a kid at home, which is usually better, because it costs less, and they get more money if you stick them into a children's home. And this is the same thing when it comes to people in need, social services, the solicitor, which is tutor, co-workers. They're all part of the shit show system, corrupt system, because each one of them gets their slice of the cakes, backhand deals, bribes and stuff like that, favours, clientism and all that stuff. And those type of people are specialised to do certain things. If it's an elderly person or a disabled person with property and money, it's easy, which is not also sufficient for itself. You put them in conditions, a state of poverty, they write a report to the judge of social services, and the judge will order this person has to be assisted and put in a structure. And this is more like my case with my old girl. Celeste not defending interests of her client, taking the defence of this corrupt Karen co-worker. It's all money behind it. It's all orchestrated to take away that person, and therefore the local government gets their hands on their property. Seeing we live in Toscana, it's ruled by Democratic Party. It's a left-wing liberals, and we all know how lefties, when it comes to social services and to help the need in the last 10 years, 15 years, how they treat the citizens. They treat them as shit. They do not care about their well-being or try to make their so-called, what you may call it, existence of their life a lot more better. And I want to denounce the Karen solicitor which my mum represents, because when in the other video I mentioned about my aggression and about this co-worker, she seems to defend more the co-worker than her client, her assisted, as they say here in Italy. Ma, whose side are you on, my dear solicitor? That corrupt co-worker which is fucking violent, or your client in need? I didn't say you had to take on assignment. They called you in court and they say, dear solicitor, you have to assist these two people. You can accept it or not. They didn't exactly made you by force to take on this assignment by gunpoint, because you can refuse. And obviously it's an earner for you working for the Italian government. Anyway, you don't have to be a cannibal with no one. And the fact is, you don't have receipts of the expenses of the shop and his co-worker done, which by law you should do, because other people, private citizens, which are take on the role which you do, like tutor, in their confronts, the social services and the local institution are very, very scrupulous. They want receipts at the end of the day, at the end of the month, which has to be produced and documented for them. And it's strange in your case, a serious haul of expenses which are not justified regarding the groceries for the person. 2 sandwiches, a banana, a few soft drinks, every 3 days shopping. You think a person can live off that? That's malnutrition. Especially an elderly person that age eats that fucking shit. You can eat that fucking shit yourself. It's like a mate which commented in the video, Karen Hyde Karen. It's all run by Karens, this shit show. It's a corrupt, money-making business to fraud, probably in cahoots with local government or the national government as well, money to keep minors in children's home, elderly people probably in old people's home, and people who've got psychiatric problems, and non-autosufficient disabled people in institutes. It's all a corrupt money-making scheme. These people do not give a shit about who they help for. They rather help the dinghy divers, which the door's open for them. These people only destroy families and destroy what was left of their life, because they're incompetent. It's intentionally to destroy. And if you do come across these people, I don't know how your social services work in your country, but here in Italy, through direct experience, indirect experience from other family members of the house, they just destroy. They do not put for first the needs and the well-beings of the people that they should allegedly help. Their idea of helping people is probably the opposite, which our hearts and our mind, common sense and logic suggests.